Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and more on WWE 2K25, where today we have more teasers and predictions relating to this year's cover stars. We have 3 new NXT Superstars set to join the 2K25 roster, an update on the remaining Persona cards for 2K24 and some free VC, plus we're also talking the major announcement of a partnership between WWE and TNA Wrestling and what this could mean for 2K25 and beyond. Before we get into any of that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest wrestling game news, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's start with the latest teasers and predictions for this year's cover stars, as the WWE Games social account has followed up the video that they posted of the Raw Superstars making their predictions, as it went on to release a new video featuring the NXT roster. And while the focus of the video was to throw out names for the cover stars, the bigger takeaway is that the video appears to hint at 3 brand new NXT superstars joining the roster. The 3 stars in question include former NXT champion Ethan Page, current NXT champion Oba Femi, and women's North American champion Kalani Jordan. All 3 stars made an appearance in the NXT prediction video, indicating that they're all set to make their debut in 2K25, as 2K only tend to use superstars who are set to appear in the game as part of the game's promotion. As for who each of the stars picked, Trick Williams went with Jey Uso, Ethan Page chose The Rock, Jacy Jayne CM Punk, Roxanne Perez Drew McIntyre, Kalani Jordan Nia Jax, Oba Femi Roman Reigns, and Thea Hale couldn't decide between CM Punk or Drew McIntyre.
Definitely CM Punk, but maybe Drew McIntyre, but maybe CM Punk, Drew.
Following the NXT predictions, the WWE Games account also dropped a video featuring the SmackDown roster, with this video seeing Bayley pick Pretty Deadly, Chelsea Green picking herself, Austin Theory picked his tag team partner Grayson Waller, while Grayson Waller picked Austin Theory, Michin chose Kevin Owens for the men or Bayley for the women, Carmelo Hayes chose Tonga Loa, and then Tiffany Stratton also went on to choose herself. If we add up all of the predictions made so far, including those from the Raw roster, Roman Reigns sits top of the list with 3 predictions, which ties in with the recent cover leak, while in terms of second place, this is tied between CM Punk, Dominic Mysterio, Drew McIntyre, Liv Morgan and The Rock, which makes these stars most likely to appear on the cover for the deluxe edition. Moving on, we've got to talk about the multi-year partnership that was announced between WWE and TNA Wrestling, as while no plans have been announced in terms of video games, looking to the future, this could see certain TNA stars crossing the line into WWE 2K. Currently, as announced in the press release, the partnership will primarily take place between NXT and TNA, with NXT stars set to appear on TNA shows and TNA stars coming to NXT and certain PLEs. While the press release doesn't mention anything in regards to video games, the community is abuzz with excitement over what this could lead to in the near future. While the announcement does come a little bit close to 2K25, it's not beyond the realms of possibility that we could see TNA content appear, as we have seen stars like Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace make several appearances in WWE recently, so there may already be some plans in place to have them involved in one way or another, most likely as DLC. The announcement of the partnership may also mean that any plans to include TNA content may now be expanded, as it's a real possibility that we could see 2K put together a TNA DLC pack, as not only could they include the likes of Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace, but they could also include alternate versions of WWE stars like AJ Styles, as it could offer up a younger version of AJ from his time in TNA. Another exciting prospect is the ability to add former WWE stars that are now under contract with TNA, with the most obvious names being that of the Hardys or current TNA champion Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler. While a TNA DLC pack is one route, another more likely route is the addition of TNA content in My Faction, as it could offer up TNA stars as new Persona cards and give TNA a large chunk of the sales. Alternately, given that a lot of the current WWE roster have spent time in TNA, it's also possible that we could see TNA versions of current stars, as it could offer up TNA versions of the likes of the Motor City Machine Guns with Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, Michin, AJ Styles, or even Xavier Woods, who appeared in TNA as Consequences Creed, while in terms of legends, we could see TNA versions of stars like Kurt Angle and Scott Steiner, or even the addition of Abyss, given that he currently works backstage with WWE. Should TNA stars appear in 2K25, then this would be the first time that we've seen TNA in the video game realm in over a decade, as to date, the only TNA console game was Midway's TNA Impact, which released in 2008. While the TNA game lacked a lot of features that we're accustomed to in the WWE series, overall, TNA Impact was seen as a great first attempt, though the game would never receive a sequel, as Midway Games filed for bankruptcy the following year. In the years following, TNA did go on to release mobile games in 2009 and 2011, though we haven't seen any gaming content from the company in the time since. Given the cost of developing a new game and the amount of features that are expected, the WWE TNA Partnership could make for a great way for TNA to offer up some kind of video game presence, as it negates the cost of developing their own game, which, as AEW found out, can be extremely expensive and take years to complete. Instead, by licensing the TNA brand and its contracted stars, this would allow them to make entirely profit while also introducing their stars to a much wider audience. Depending on how the partnership goes, looking to the future, there's a lot of scope for how TNA could be introduced in other ways, with the most obvious being GM mode, as TNA would make for a great addition as a new brand. Additionally, with the recent focus of adding new match types, TNA's Ultimate X is another exciting prospect, as I could imagine TNA wanting to keep this match to themselves when it comes to TV, but what better way to gain interest from players than by allowing WWE to include this in their video game, as it serves as a way to get more interest in the match while also offering up fresh new content for the 2K series. So we'll have to wait on this one and see how the partnership pans out, but it's definitely exciting to think about, especially when you think of what they could do with it in terms of games. Finally, let's quickly touch on WWE 2K24, as we could still be set to see some new models added to the game before the focus switches over to 2K25, as a list of Persona cards shared by WWE Games modder Whitey Whitson shows new listings for Mankind 96, Bron Breakker 23, and the Elite action figure version of Tiffany Stratton. Currently, none of these characters have models in the game files, so it's unknown whether we'll see these added as part of the next patch update, or if the decision's been made to hold these back for 25, though we do know that 2K are still offering new card packs for the time being, as Whitey Whitson revealed these images of the upcoming Royal Rumble packs which were added to the game as part of the previous update. On the subject of my faction, for anyone that missed it, the WWE Games account did drop a new locker code over Christmas, as they released the locker code Cashing It In, which when redeemed will reward you with 15,000 VC. This code runs all the way until March 31st, so if you haven't yet redeemed it, you've still got plenty of time to do so. So that's the latest news roundup. Let me know what you make of it in the comments, and if you missed our previous coverage, you can check out this video that includes a teaser for a brand new match type in 2K25. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.